This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is episode 513 of Horse Tip Daily. A different horse tip, a different equine topic, a different equestrian expert every day. Horse Tip Daily brings the world of equine knowledge to you one day at a time. Today's tip is brought to you by EquestrianCollections.com. Hi, Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily. Today's tip is from NetPosse.com. NetPosse is a division of Stolen Horse International and is every equestrian's key resource by not only providing valuable information and assistance in recovering lost or stolen or missing horses, but also by taking a major role in educating the public on equine theft and loss prevention. Today's tip is about lost horses, found horses, and identifying horses, so those first two are a lot less likely to end badly. But first, a word about today's sponsor, EquestrianCollections.com. When dedicated equestrians need quality name brand products for themselves, their horses, or their stables, they go to EquestrianCollections.com. Why, you may ask? Because of the astounding variety of top name brand products that can be found there. EquestrianCollections.com knows that you want products that you can count on, and they have thousands of them available at competitive prices. And they don't stop there. You can also take advantage of savvy shopper email programs, rider reward programs for your stable or club, and even sign up for special unlimited shipping. No matter whether you jump in the Meter 15 classes, chase equitation points all the way to Congress or to the Nationals, or just enjoy big sky country aboard your horse, EquestrianCollections.com has the name brand products and great service that you need to help you enjoy your horse time to the fullest. Visit them today, EquestrianCollections.com. Now, enjoy today's tip.
Even under the best of situations, when horses are missing, just get out. It's hard to locate the owner and put them with the horses. And in this situation, we need all the help that we can get. But we ask that, you come through us to do it so we can coordinate things.
Well, and I'm sure it's difficult, too, because a lot of these owners don't have Internet right now. They don't have power. They don't have phones. They don't have anything. And as you said, a lot of the roads are washed out. Their towns are isolated. My brother lives in Connecticut, and he got power for the first time in 6 days since the storm in the morning Saturday, and the power was back out again by Saturday afternoon.
Right.
So, and that's in Connecticut, and I'm sure that this story, we're talking about New York now, I'm sure this story is being replayed in Vermont, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts, and Connecticut, all over New England.
Oh, it is. And with the horses, what we ask people to do is, if you have a lost or found horse, you can come onto our site, and we are listing those horses for free. And we ask people to come there and print the flyers and post them because people don't have Internet service, because people don't have electricity. So you can put them up, and they can see these posters around the communities and know that their horses are okay, or know that, hey, I found this horse, and this is where this horse goes, because they don't have the communication system that they used to have. And we're doing all this for free for everybody.
I think it's obvious that the communication system is down, because everything I've heard, like reading any equine news, they're like, oh, no equine fatalities have been reported. Everybody escaped pretty well. But when I read this story about the guy with his 22 horses that are missing, it just breaks your heart. But it also lets you know how things are not being reported correctly, and how the word and communication in an area like this is failing because of the lack of power and the lack of electricity, and probably cell towers are down and nobody can seem to help each other out. So I think it's really important what you guys are doing. And so if somebody's listening that is in that area or can help, how do you suggest that they help?
Number one, if they see a horse that's running loose, take a picture of the horse. Send it to netposse.com. Go to netposse.com and send it to us at stolenhorse@netposse.com and identify where the horse was taken, the picture was taken, and identify themselves so that we can get that on our webpage. Therefore, we can put that out into the public so people can see that the horse is okay, and we have a way of doing that. This is for the horses. That's the number one way. Report the lost and found horses to us, number one. That's the way you can help the horses. People ahead of time, ID your horses, because when these situations they hit, it's too late. You know, I've been on the show before, and I've told everybody you need to make sure you have permanent ID on your horses.
Okay, let's go through those real quick before we have to let you go and run out of time. Give us the ways that people can ID, because I think this is important for prevention. And let me, before you get to that, I just want to say thank you to you, because this is not something that you have to do, and you're certainly not making money doing it, or it's not making you famous. It's because you care, and it's just so important to have people like you out there, and we really just want to thank you for all the work that you do for our equine friends and neighbors.
Well, I don't go to work every day. This is not a job for me. I love what I do, and if I go to bed at night knowing I help somebody, so I love what I do. And
well, thank you.
Me.
Aww. Big hug. So how can people ID their horses? How can people have a little bit of an ounce of prevention?
Well, the best thing ahead of time that the horses always carry with them, it's that microchip. If that's their VIN number, and a horse can always be ID'd with a microchip. It's so easy. It's so cheap. It's done. It's there. And, of course, if you know a disaster's coming, there's different ways you can mark your horses. You can put tags on the halters, but then a halter can be, it can be lost. You can put tags and braid them into the horse's tail. You can take non-toxic paint and paint onto the horses. There's different things if you can do to the horses if you know something's going to happen. You can do a hoof ID, a hoof brand, and put your telephone number or some other ID onto a horse's hoof. But then
wow. I never heard of that one. That's new for me, actually.
Yeah, the breeding farm that I grew up right next door to, all of their horses were hoof ID'd.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. What is it like? It's like a brand, only they just put it on the hoof?
Yeah. Yep. They just burn it into their foot. It lasts a year.
It lasts 6 months. You have to redo that every 6 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's, again, that's why I go back to the microchip. You do that, and that's with the horse for life.
Right.
No matter, if you're away from, like I have a friend right now who's in Hunt, Texas, but her community in Austin is being evacuated. She's not there. If she had horses, she would not be there to evacuate her horses.
Oh, okay.
So, if you're in a situation like that, you can't mark your horses. So that's where her microchip would come into play.
Well, there you go. Thanks to Debbie Metcalf of netposse.com. To listen to the entire interview with Debbie, go to horsesinthemorning.com and go to episode number 222, originally posted on September 6th, 2011. You can also go to netposse.com and learn all about missing, stolen, recovering, how to find horses. And it's a fascinating website that's full of really, really good information. And you can also find others who might be in a situation that needs some help. Please stop by the Horse Tip Daily Facebook page and let us know what you think of the tips you hear on the show. It's also a great place to tell us about topics you'd like to hear us cover. You can subscribe to all of the great shows on the Horse Radio Network through iTunes or Zune and get your horse podcasts automatically downloaded to your iPod, Zune, or MP3 player. I'll be back again tomorrow with another new expert and a different horse tip. Until then, go ride your horse! The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements of guests or their opinions. Use your own judgment when listening to the tips provided by the experts on Horse Tip Daily.